for whatever reason that may be. I was wondering you guys' opinion on this right here, which I don't really know how to feel about this right now, frankly. So evidently, there was a Okoye show that was scheduled to be, I guess, filmed, but it has officially been canceled. And here's what the quote on the actual page says. It says, Brad Winderdum has confirmed that the Disney Plus Okoye series is canceled. For those listening on Spotify, iHeartMedia, as well as Pandora and everywhere where you get your your podcast. Oh, and Apple Podcast too. I think fans of Okoye are going to be excited to see her come back, but I don't think it's going to be in a television show. I can't say where and when. I think there's a lot to look forward to. Is this a hit or miss, guys? Did they miss an opportunity here to bring Okoye to the forefront and give her a decent series that people would be interested in? You think so, Yes?
Yeah, because if you really think about it, the Dora Milaje, like their story is incredible, and it's also it's off of history, like it's based off of history. So like, why aren't we telling the story? Why aren't we like exploiting this like we do with fucking Lion King and fucking, you know what I'm saying, The Little Mermaid, and I'm sorry, but we're getting another fucking Snow White movie. Why? Like, I'd rather watch this shit than fucking Snow White. Like, no, like the fucking seven doors don't even look real, but this shit I would pull the fuck up to, because those suits that they had in Black Panther 2 when they went underwater, can we fucking talk about the technology that this world has that we know nothing about, other than the fact that vibranium can literally is like the strongest element that can make anything. Like, I'm sorry, I want to learn about that shit. I want to know why this country has thrived being secluded. And like, you know what I'm saying? The reasons for that, why Okoye and how like she got to be such a badass. All of those women that are in the Dora Milaje are fucking warriors. Like, I want to know how they became warriors. You don't just start off that shit that way coming out the womb. Like, I'd like to see their rise to that. Wakanda is a whole vibe and a whole country. We are not exploiting. Why? Like, please tell me why. Like, I want one fucking decent answer why we have not dived into this shit. But yeah, we got like another fucking Spider-Man and a fucking, like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, now calm down.
What's going on in Disney that we're not learning from? I'm sorry, but like, this movie twice hit box office numbers. Why the fuck are we not exploiting these fucking characters that people love and cosplay? Let's be serious. You know why. I do know why. And we as the consumers, we need to have them open their eyes. That means, like, you know, we need to boycott certain things. We need to band together, because these projects are going to keep getting thrown out for more Spider-Man and more.
Okay. Well, you know what I'm saying? Why you keep bringing up Spider-Man?
Because Spider-Man, I love Spider-Man. Don't get me wrong, Vince, but I'm sorry. How many fucking versions of Spider-Man do we have? Like, if you go to Disney right now with kids and different stuff, you see what I'm saying? It's so much. Like, they got so. I know you love him. I'm not trying to like. I'm not trying to put him down or something. I'm just saying. Think about it.
I mean, he's taking shots right now for no reason.
Spider-Man has just as much hype as fucking Batman. Why? Like, we don't have other fucking characters. We need to. It's kind of crazy.
Because he's the most popular character.
I get your anger. So, but she's making a good point in that Marvel's not pushing Black Panther and Wakanda as much as they're pushing Spider-Man, even though Black Panther and Wakanda makes as much, if not more money than Spider-Man does. So it's like, well, what do you got to do to get them to make more projects based off of this character? You're spending money at the box office. You're watching the show on Disney Plus when their characters appear. You're going online and petitioning for it. What do you need to do to make them interested and invested in putting out more characters or more projects in this world? Now, I get really disappointed because I know where they could have taken inspiration from for that story of Okoye. Like Yaz is asking, like, where do the Dora Milaje come from? There's a whole comic arc that was written by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Like, he actually wrote a comic book, which was wild. he wrote Black Panther for a while, and he wrote this
Yeah.
other story called Midnight Angels, which is just those Dora Milaje in that kind of armor. And in that story, they explain how they recruit the Dora Milaje. Where do they come from? How does the whole process work? Like, did you know that technically they're all engaged to T'Challa?
Oh,
I didn't know that. Why didn't I know that?
Technically, or the Dora Milaje are considered supposed to be the fiancés of the Black Panther or the King.
Are they his concubines? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Well, I don't know if he ever consummates, if T'Challa personally ever consummates with his Dora Milaje, but
okay,
that is they're supposed to be fully committed to his guard. They're his personal guard, technically.
Gotcha. Interesting. But in the story, we know that Okoye is with.
In the Midnight Angels, the story is about two of the Dora Milaje that go AWOL. They decide to go rogue, and there's a whole reason to justify why they do it. It's based off of the politics of Wakanda, but they go rogue, and they have this whole relationship with each other, and then they start plotting revenge against Wakanda. So, like, I was hoping they would take some inspiration or take some elements and bring it into that, because that would have been cool to see.
So you think he should get into? Do you think Marvel should get into the harem?
You know, you have a Black Panther picture on your background.
Of course, I focus with Black Panther. I'm not trying. Listen, it's just not about whether or not Black Panther should get the notoriety that I think that we all want. It's that it doesn't have to come at the behest of Spider-Man's notoriety. I mean, damn, like, you know,
well, Spider-Man's catching straight. Spider-Man's getting pushed even though he makes less money. So he's just like the poster child. Like, if this was wrestling, this would be like this, you know, he's the John Cena, he's the face of the company, so he's the one who dictates the shots.
I just want to just really quick. Although that may be true, I would like to at least provide a little bit of context. When the original Spider-Man came out back in 2001 in May, it broke records as well. It was one of the first Marvel movies to hit about 2.2, which seems tiny right now, $1 million in the box office. And that was a big deal. Yes, Black Panther has done the same, you know, and broke all the records. I mean, even considering Avengers and all of that. But Spider-Man laid the foundation for all of that. And I'm not trying to say that if it wasn't for Spider-Man, there would be no Black Panther, although I could say that, but it's not true, because we know Stan Lee started the story back with 1962, and we don't have to get into the politics of it. But I just feel like Black Panther, and we're not even really talking about Black Panther, because that's the cool thing about Yaz's argument, is just not, she's not even talking about Black, she's just talking about Wakanda. She's talking about the Dora Milaje.
The country. Like, we don't know anything about the country. We don't know anything about the people or where they came from, how, you know what I'm saying? Like, their culture, nothing. All we know is that they live in this beautiful country that has massive technology that nobody in the world has. We know that they have super security. They have badass women that are fighters. I'm sorry, but what country has women that are the army? Let's talk about that. Okay. Like, what? That's fucking dope as shit. And it's just the whole, that's what I'm